Hello, this is Solomon Davis, Right Side Trader. Today is January 13th, 2024, and this is my weekly market review where I'm reviewing the Russell 2000, that's IWM, on a quarterly chart, monthly chart, weekly chart, and a daily chart. This is all for educational purposes only because, as we all know, trading is risky. You can lose money at trading. So please check with your financial advisor. Please check with your significant other and make sure trading is something that is suitable for you. All right, let's jump right over to the charts and take a look and see what this Russell is doing. We know the Russell is a long ways from its all-time highs, like the other markets are already there. The Russell did make yearly highs last year, but it's at a level where I think there's supply and all, this whole supply, and I know the way the Russell likes trading, it can have a hard time getting above this level. My line here is at 202. I know I have another mark at around 210. Around this level, it's probably around the high of this candle and into the bottom of this candle right here. And just the Russell is just going to have a hard time doing it. I was kind of thinking that maybe it was going to break out of this area and go higher. But as we can see on this start off of the quarter here, let me zoom this down a little bit. Although I'm always on the right side of the chart. But let me zoom down here where you can see what's happening here. We have dropped back down, below this little zone that I had up here. And now it just doesn't look good. We are still above a yearly pivot. We can come all the way down here and then maybe bounce, since this thing hasn't been able to stay above 200. That's what I don't see. It's going to take it a while, but we do have earnings coming up. Earnings can give it maybe the little push and the little pop that it actually really needs to actually break this high right here, this high from the last quarter of last year, and then we see what happened there. But let's go ahead and go down to a monthly chart and see what we see there. On the monthly chart, as we can see, we're having a red month starting the year off. This is looking like a bearish candle, almost a very small bearish looking candle. That would be a bearish harami, in the right location near the top and stuff. But that would be a big bearish harami, more like what we see over here last time. But that's just what we see. The Russell with its 10 moving average thing, the way it's been going, it's above the 10. So we are bullish. Technically, we are above the pivot. So we also, again, that helps out on the bullish side. But we are definitely getting a deep pullback at this time. But let's go ahead and take a quick look at the weekly chart and see what we see there. On the weekly chart, I'm zooming in here pretty good. And what I want you to see is that we did make a topping pattern. We didn't really get a good confirmation of that evening star up here. And we did end up leaving a gap up here, one of my cousin gaps and stuff, because, again, like seeing the bodies fill this whole thing up, and we just got wicks filling this. So again, and since we formed the doji and didn't really get a good confirmation of this evening star, we can reverse back right here and go higher. But the thing is, we're below pivot now. The thing is, will we stay below pivot and go lower, or will we reverse back up? And since we started out above pivot, get back above pivot and go higher. Because again, the Russell is one of these ones that it can end up going sideways up here somewhere and trying to go higher, or it can end up pulling all the way back down here. It's a strange one. But let's go ahead and take a quick look at the daily and see what we see there and wrap this on up. Okay, on the daily, zooming in, zooming in, zooming in. The Russell is going sideways. This is what the Russell likes doing. It likes going nowhere fast at all. This is the typical Russell. The last couple of weeks, it seemed like it's been consolidating, but it came down here and dropped below this level that I didn't want it to drop below, which got me out of some of my trades that I was when I was trying to go long on the Russell, and I was thinking it was going to go higher. I thought maybe it'd just do a little pullback, bounce back up here, but it pulled back and it kind of closed this gap here, and all this gap here that I'm looking at in this area. And now it's kind of just filling orders in this area, kind of consolidating in this area. The thing is it going to consolidate it and rally, or is it going to consolidate here and drop? So that's what we see there. And that's all I really want to share here on the Russell. The Russell, I don't really know exactly what it's going to do. I never know what the market is going to do. But based on the Russell right now, it can go in either direction. It's at an area where it would normally drop. But again, with all the other markets making all-time highs and going higher, and the Russell is just not there. It needs to join the party. And that's all I really want to say about the Russell at this time. This is Solomon, Right Side Trader. Hope you guys had a great week. Hope you guys are having a great weekend. And I'll talk to you next week. Have a good one. Bye.